All right, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Everyday Tech Villain. Today we're covering certifications. So you may be wondering, what are certifications and what importance does it hold in the tech industry? So today I'm going to answer all your questions. We'll try to get to as many questions as possible and hopefully enjoy the video. All right, check it out. So starting with, what is a certification? A certification is a credential that validates your skills and knowledge in a specific technical area. You may be wondering, what is the importance of having a certification in the tech industry? The tech industry is competitive. Certifications can make your resume shine and get you noticed by potential employers. What entry level certs will get you a job in tech? So, the entry level line of certs that typically get you a job in tech are the CompTIA line of certifications. You may be wondering, what are the CompTIA line of certifications? So, CompTIA line of certifications are essentially that's what we call the industry standard. Really, you want to get any kind of entry level work, or even they have a line of more advanced certifications. So you want to get even to more advanced line of work. You're going to be rocking with the CompTIA line of certifications. But some of you out there may be like, well, what about the Google certifications? You know, a lot of people will know about the Google free certifications out there. You don't have to pay for them. I think they do have some line of paid certifications, but for the most part, all the Google certs are free. Only issue with the the only issue with the Google certs is the fact that they're not the industry standard. Employers not looking for them. When you look at job postings, you can look over probably 10,000 job postings. You probably won't even find one with Google certification. From my time in the industry, never seen a posting looking for Google certs. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles with that. But continuing on, starting with the CompTIA A+. So CompTIA A+ is the fundamental certification that's going to help you get your first entry-level IT role. So what this covers is fundamentals like hardware, software, networking, and troubleshooting. It's a great starting point for many IT careers. So when I was first starting out, I was studying for my CompTIA A+ to try to get my foot in the door. Unfortunately, I didn't pass the full thing. So there's two parts to the CompTIA A+. So there's at the time I was taking it, it was the 1001 and the 1002. So the 1001 covers more of the hardware, and then with the 1002, it covers more of like the software, command line and different things within the desktop. And briefly, maybe wonder, okay, what's the command line? Command line is how you can type in different commands to talk directly to your computer and tell it exactly what to do. So I can go to command line and be like, hey, what is the serial number for my computer? Something simple as that. Just a little example of what the command line can do for you. So you may be wondering, what are some of the jobs you can get with a CompTIA A+. Starting off, we have help desk technician. Your first role. So you may be wondering, what are some of the jobs you can get with a CompTIA A+. Starting off, we have help desk technician. You're the first line of defense. Troubleshoot user issues, answer tech questions, and provide IT support across an organization. So pretty straightforward. So I'll go back over again. You're the first line of defense. So any kind of problem comes through, you're the go-to guy. All right. So, and then next you're going to be troubleshooting user issues. So, hey, my screen broke, or hey, my laptop's running slow. Hey, this app keeps on closing on me. So just general stuff like that. So you're going to be providing IT support across the whole entire organization. So when I was at Wells Fargo, I was at the help desk, but my help desk experience was not just the normal help desk experience. So when I had any kind of issues that come into my line, but that wasn't exactly following my line of work, so I'll pass it over to the true help desk where they just fix any general laptop issues. So I'm like, hey, this user's having a problem. They have a broken screen, they need a replacement laptop. Their laptop's running slow. Applications keep on crashing. Screen keeps on flickering. Anything's wrong. Go to guy. All right. Starting off, secondly, desktop support specialist. The on-site IT buddy. Install and configure hardware and software, ensuring users have the tools they need. So we'll go back over that again. On-site IT buddy. Install and configure hardware and software, ensuring users have the tools they need. So the desktop support specialist, you're the on-site person. You're the go-to guy on site. All right. So desktop support specialists typically are on site, and so they're configuring things. So let's say you work in a corporate office, right? So I can kind of relate to this with one of my roles at Alliance. So official job title was support engineer. And so on site, let's say they had to go to some people's laptops and run updates. If it couldn't be ran remotely, I would have to go to stop by people's desk and be like, hey, let me, run this update on your laptop, or hey, this is anything having to do with your desktop. So you're on your desktop screen, anything really having to do with that, just really the software side of things. Desktop support specialists really focus on. They do some hardware things, of course, but more so you're on the software side. So if any of you out there that are on more of the hardware side, you want to start moving towards the software side of things and get a little bit more technical, desktop support specialist would be the job for you. All right. Next up, we have junior network engineer. So with the junior network engineer, the network apprentice, the assistant network administrators, let me start that back over. Junior network engineer, the network apprentice, assist network administrators with network tasks, learn networking troubleshooting, and prepare for more advanced roles. So CompTIA Plus can get you pretty much an apprenticeship as a junior network engineer. The CompTIA will cover networking, so you learn the basics how a network works. And so with something like this is a more higher paying role. So you want to take it with a grain of salt. It's not that it's easy, simple to get in to where it's might lead into our next cert. Was probably definitely is going to lead into our next cert, the CompTIA Network Plus. But with this role, it's not something super entry level, but it's entry level enough to where you just got to find the right company, find the right recruiter that's going to help get you a chance at a role like this. But it's definitely doable with the CompTIA Plus. But just to go back over, just to give you kind of some salary ranges or just some figures for you to kind of inspire you to kind of motivate you to work towards some of these roles. So with the help desk technician, they make about 52,000 a year. And then with the desktop support specialist, they make about 50,000 a year. And then with the junior network engineer, they make about 70,000 a year. All right, so that covers the CompTIA A plus. Moving on, we have the CompTIA Network Plus. Builds on the A plus. When I say builds upon the A plus, it truly builds upon the A plus. That's what I love about the CompTIA line of certifications. They build upon each other. As you get one, it leads into the next one. All right. So it builds upon the A plus. Focuses on network fundamentals like network design, protocols, and security, essential for network technicians or administrator roles. So this one's a little bit more filled with jargon. All right. So go back over it. So it builds upon the A plus, focuses on network fundamentals. So essentially the internet fundamentals, how the internet works. So that's what networking just means. The internet. Just think when you think networking, think internet. So I understand it's a new terminology for a lot of you out there. So just think networking, think internet. The fundamentals of how the internet works. How do different servers talk to different servers, and how when you search up things on Google, and how do information talk to each other, or when the internet goes down, what happens when the internet goes down, and why did the internet go down? Yeah. So think that's what network fundamentals are, and then how to design networks, and what are the different internet protocols out. All right. So starting off with some of the jobs, first job we have up is network administrator. The network whisperer, as I like to call it, the network whisperer. Install, configure, and maintain computer networks, ensuring smooth operation and data flow. Start that over again. The network whisperer, okay, network administrator. Configure and maintain computer networks, ensuring smooth operation and data flow. One more time. The network whisperer. They're very quintessential. Quinta or Quanta, whatever I'm about. Get things mixed up, but still, they're the whisperer. Install, configure, and maintain computer networks, ensuring smooth operation and data flow. So these guys make all the magic happen behind the scenes when it comes to internet, just okay, networking. So with this role, average salary is about 65,000 a year, or even we can gross up to even more. But the network administrator, yeah, it's not entry level per se, but going back to the CompTIA A plus, you can get a junior network admin role and potentially work your way up to that. Even though the junior one said about 70,000, this one says about 65. It all depends. Like I said, this is just national average. So that's all I'm going off of is just national average. I'll have links in the description below. Just citing where I got the information from. All right. So next up, we have the network support technician, the network troubleshooter. Go back over that again, the network troubleshooter. So you're gonna be on some things. Diagnose and resolve network connectivity. Let me start that over again. Diagnose and resolve network connectivity issues. Connectivity, big word. Issues, keyword. We'll go back over that. Diagnose and resolve network connectivity issues. Keeping users connected. Internet goes down. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Network Support Technician or Miss Network Support Technician? Yeah, we're having some issues. Come fix this. So that's an easy way to sum it up. So the national average for this role is about 52,000 a year. All right. So pretty straightforward, but hey, it's gonna get you a lot of experience troubleshooting the network. So you have people like network administrators who design networks, and they even do some security stuff with the networks. With a network support technician, you're constantly here left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That thing goes down. Hey, how you doing? So you're gonna be getting hit up. All right, next up, network analyst, the network detective. So if you thought about being a detective, going into police work or anything like that, there's in other fields of tech, there are, there's a lot of detective work that goes behind the scenes. So the network detective analyze network performance, identify bottlenecks, and optimize network efficiency. Over that again. The network detective analyze network performance, identify bottlenecks, and optimize network efficiency. So essentially, internet running slow. Why is the internet running slow? What's holding up the internet? You know, you get somebody like a network analyst. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I see this. Okay, let's get rid of this. This is blocking up the internet. We take that out the picture. Oh, wow, my speeds are coming back. So that's the simplest way I can explain it. So, but like I said, there's a lot more goes on behind the scene. So if you really want to start looking into something like a network analyst, I got one word for you. It's called topology. I'm not going to define it. It's called topology. I have the definition for you. I want you to go down the rabbit hole yourself. I'm going to be throwing out certain words, and I want you to actually go search for yourself. If you want to get really into this, search up network topology. So I'll just give you a basic overview of that. It's just a network diagram on how the internet flows, how the network flows, right? So it could be something in that topology to where let's say you have let's say you got two routers in your house. You have all the traffic going to one router. It's gonna overload that router and it's gonna slow it down. Versus if you have two routers, split the internet traffic. Let's say you got 20 devices and you have all 20 devices going to one router, it's going to be a lot of traffic going to that one router. So you want to split the traffic. Only way you can see where the traffic is going is with a network topology, okay, which is just a network diagram of how the network flows. So let's do 10 devices on this one and then 10, split the 20 up, 10 on this one, on this router, and then put 10 devices on this router. And boom, there's less people, on that router, especially you got typically in a household, you got like 5G and you got like 2.5, G network. So, if you have everybody on one channel, it's gonna be overflowing, not overflowing, but it's gonna be start getting bottlenecked and it's gonna start slowing down. Like, okay, let's split up some devices. Let's get some ones that need to be on a faster channel, on a fast channel, the ones that need to be on a slower one, on a slower one. Split it up, help undo the bottleneck. So with this one, they make about 72,000 a year. Mind you, these are just national averages. Now, can't remember if I went back over the network support technician. Mind you, that one again was 52 a year, and the network administrator was 65 a year. All right. So jumping next into my favorite, drum roll please. Boom. CompTIA Security Plus. All right, so the CompTIA Security Plus, my baby, the creme de la creme, the Mac Daddy of all entry level certifications, which it's borderline if it is even entry level. If we're talking about entry level, this is the King Kong, the Godzilla of entry level. All right, starting off, CompTIA Security Plus. This is completely security focused and oriented. If you're looking to get in cybersecurity, look how I got in. That's your guy right there. CompTIA Security Plus. All right, so security focused teaches you how to identify threats, analyze security risk, and implement security measures to protect data and systems Valuable for IT security specialist and security analyst roles. So we're gonna roll that back again. Security focused teaches you how to identify threats. So identify threats, so hackers, threats, people trying to break into internet things you own, so hackers. Analyze security risk. So what are some things that are making your system vulnerable? So if your password is just 1234, that's a risk. You have a very unprotected password. Okay, let me just boom 12345 ABC 123. So you got risk. Easy ways risk are just um, ways that you're making it easy for somebody to easy break into your system, right? And implement security measures to protect data. So let's say you have you're logging into Facebook, right? And then let's say I'm not sure if Facebook has multi-factor authentication, but you know how either you can get the text to your phone, hey, we says text your phone, please enter in this code to verify who you are. Or here we're gonna send an email, or hey, we're gonna so you got text, authenticator app, email, and so on and so forth, pretty much. Well, those are like the main ones, right? So security measures to protect data and systems, valuable for IT security specialists and security analyst roles. All right. So let's get right into the jobs. Security analyst, the cybersecurity guardian. All right. The cybersecurity guardian. Identify vulnerabilities, analyze threats, and implement security measures to protect sensitive data. Run that back one more time. The cybersecurity guardian. The guardian. Protect guardian. All right. Thank you for security analysts out there. Keep a lot of stuff safe. All right. So the cybersecurity guardian. Identify vulnerabilities, analyze threats, and implement security measures to protect sensitive data. So with the cybersecurity, put some respect on the name and put some respect on analysts, cybersecurity analysts. They in the trenches, they do a lot of work. They keep us safe. So identify vulnerabilities, like how I mentioned. You have a vulnerable password, 1234. Pretty straightforward with that. Analyze threats. Okay, what are some potential threats to our system? What are some potential things? Okay, this is a suspicious link. Okay, we're getting a lot of suspicious link. Let's block the emails coming from here. Okay, analyze threats and let's get rid of threats. All right, and implement security measures to protect sensitive data. So let's put policies in place. Okay, no USB drives can be plugged into any corporate laptop device. Because if you ever found a random USB drive on the side of the road and then you just plug it into your laptop, you can have malicious software, code, whatever on there to run on your computer and take control. So that's one thing we'll be put in place is, hey, um, let's put a policy in place to prevent things like USB drives from actually working on company devices, right? So next up is the IT security specialist, the cybersecurity defender. Monitor systems for security breaches, respond to incidents, and enforce security policies. So these are the enforcers. So think of internet police. That's the best way to put it. Think of your everyday internet police. It's a lot of these people are behind the scenes, so you don't really want to get to see them. But you know, if you're in a big corporate environment, so they are a lot of stuff they do is behind the scenes. So we run that back. The cybersecurity defender. Monitor systems for security breaches. So monitor to make sure something's been hacked. Sometimes you don't even know if you've been hacked or not until it's just you've been hacked. So they monitor for breaches. Okay. Oh yeah, we have a leak here. We need to get that plugged. Respond to incidents. So oh, we're getting hacked right now live. Okay, we need to respond. We need to put the fire out and implement security measures to protect sensitive data. Well, not in protect. That was the announcement. Enforce security policy. So they reinforce the laws around here, reinforce the policies, make sure policies are being stayed to. Because there's administrative policies and then there's technical policies, right? So administrative policies are things having to do with people, right? Telling people what to do, aka the rules of the policies within the company. So hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. Versus With the technical policies, they're kind of like iron law because if you're an administrator level and you block an account from doing that, let's say you block an account from accessing YouTube or Facebook, they can get around that. So there's administrative, hey, you can't do that. You can't drink water every day at 12. I'm telling you that. You can still break the rule and go drink water every day at 12. I can't really stop you, from doing that. But with something like a technical policy, I can stop you completely and indefinitely. Right? So moving on, we have Security Operations Center, also known as the SOC. So SOC, SOC analyst. So security operations, security operation center analyst. So we have the position SOC analyst. All right. So I want to make sure y'all caught that. Security Operations Center analyst, also known as the SOC analyst. That's what they go by. The SOC analyst. All right. The the cybersecurity watchdog. So they're watching over everything. Everything. They make sure, okay, what's going on over here, 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 there. Right. So the cybersecurity watchdog, they monitor security systems for threats, investigate suspicious activity, and work as part of a team to keep an organization secure. Run that back. The cybersecurity watchdog monitors security systems for threats, investigate suspicious activity, and work as part of a team to keep an organization secure. All right, got that? So we're gonna break it down even further. The cybersecurity watchdog, they see everything. They have tools that help them see everything, what's going on. Oh, you clicked on this, you did this, did that. In these corporate networks, they can see everything you're doing. See everything you're doing. Come on, these big corporations that can afford a SOC, of course, but um, monitor security systems for threats. They're just monitoring for potential threats to the system. A threat doesn't always mean a hacker. No, there could be internal threats to the company, right? There could be somebody internally that's doing something suspicious. They might be a threat to themselves in the company and they don't realize they're a threat to themselves in the company because they could already been compromised. Somebody reaching out to them on LinkedIn and then they give them like company secrets. They thinking, oh, they're asking me, they're just being nice and asking me these questions. They're interested in what I do at work and let me just give them this information. But they don't realize, oh, they're just using me to do whatever malicious things they want to do. All right. Monitor security systems for threats, investigate suspicious activity. So, right. So, one thing that's considered suspicious, slow down there, really back. So, one thing that's considered suspicious activity, right, is login attempts. That's where they lock you out of your account. All right. I know it's annoying. I know it's frustrating, especially if you forgot your password or you off by a capital letter or missing a letter or missing a special character or just missing anything part of your password. It's frustrating. Yes, you get locked out. You got to go unlock your account or you have to call the company, but hey, I'm locked out of my account. I know it's annoying. Let's keep you safe because if you lock out your account, it keeps people from that don't know exactly what you have as your password, keeps them out of your account, and as well as it's easy for you to be notified. Oh, hey, somebody's attempted to log into your account from Antarctica. So just like even though you're located, but let's say Texas. So that's the importance of having password lockout, right? Suspicious activity. Why'd you do 10,000 login attempts in 1 minute? Like that's kind of weird. So that's not human like, that's suspicious. 10,000 attempts in 1 minute? Okay. So investigate suspicious activity and work as part of a team to keep an organization secure. That was pretty straightforward. You're part of a team, you all work together, that keeps secure. We all pretty much work in team environments for the most part. All right. But I want to get down to the money. This one is a little bit more juicy when you get in the security field. Just a little bit more. A little bit, or a lot more, depending on what you do. We all don't make a lot of money. Some of us make more than others. Some it just varies. Job security is good for it. All right. So the security analyst, about 70,000 a year. IT security specialist, about 62,000 a year. Security operations center analyst, okay, also known as SOC analyst. That's what you're talking SOC analyst. Okay, 68,000 a year. All right, go back over that. Security analyst, 70,000 a year. IT security specialist, 62,000 a year. Security operations center analyst, aka SOC analyst, SOC analyst, 68,000 a year. All right, so that sums up those. But I want to move on to a special, near and dear to my heart, honorable mention. I was kind of iffy at first, but I realized it's not for me, it's for y'all. Not for me, but for y'all. All right. So I had to realize maybe those of you out there who have no anti tech, no computer experience at all, he's just like, I'm not for it. I'm interested. I'm curious. I want to start. I want to learn. I just want to get my feet wet. I just want to get the basics of it. I have no knowledge. I don't have no time for it. I just want just to see what is it like. What do I need to know? Like what does this have to offer? Right. So that's what I'm bringing up. Honorable mention, the CompTIA ITF. Right. So with the CompTIA ITF, I'm sinus a little bit. I'm talking a lot. It's like sinus. All right. The CompTIA ITF will not get you a job. Let me make that clear. It will not get you a job in tech. It will not get you a job. We're just gonna make that clear and abundant right now. It will not get you a job whatsoever. But if it somehow magically you get a job off the ITF, most companies don't even know about it even exists. It's like red step child, but it still has value. Just because it won't get you a job does not mean it doesn't have any value, right? But what it will do for you, like I said, if you're starting in tech with zero knowledge, I recommend you start with this certification because it will teach you all the basics like computer hardware and software and how the internet works. Run that back again. If you're starting off with zero knowledge whatsoever, you don't know a lick of anything. Honestly, a lick of anything is like you barely know how to operate your phone. Like you just like I said, this comes from the perspective of somebody who's like anti-tech. If you already know like computer basics, a little hardware, software, a little, you've been playing with computers for quite a while. Just start with CompTIA A plus. That's the first entry level, right? To where these certifications, the A plus, the Network plus, and the Security plus, they go up in difficulty. A plus, a lot of people got that one passed. Network plus, okay, now you get in the weeds a little bit, right? Then you get Security plus, about only half the people that take it pass. So look at all the certifications, the A plus, Network plus, and Security plus. Like I said, I failed the CompTIA A plus. I passed one half of them. Remember, just watch that. The Network plus and the Security plus only have one test you got to take. Excuse me. Only have one test you got to take. The A plus, there's two parts. All right. When I took it, it was the 1001 and the 1002. Now I think the current version of it is the 1101 and then the 1102. One's more about hardware and troubleshooting, which is the 1001, which I passed, 9 colors. And 1002, that's what got me tripped up a little bit. Got me a little tripped up. Got more software and the technical and weeds. I was like, a lot of stuff. That's where a lot of desktop stuff comes in. And I was kind of like, it was a lot for me at the time. You should take more time with it. What I recommend, if you start studying for any of these, don't rush it. Do not rush it, right? Even still, past half of it, even if you pass half of it, you don't got the full cert. It don't count unless you got the full cert. But like I said, you can put it on your resume still. It's still a talking point. I got my job at Wells Fargo was all thanks to the CompTIA A plus. Still had it on my resume, so it was still a talking piece. I was still working on the 1002, right? I failed the first time, but you can fail, sign, just go back, study, and start all over again. So I was still studying for it, had on my resume. And so the questions they were asking me, hey, what's a VPN? If this breaks, how do you fix it? Simple stuff like that. I realized I would not have known that. I didn't know that stuff before I started studying for the CompTIA A plus. Just because you didn't pass it or you don't take a certification doesn't mean you don't know the knowledge. It just means you just don't have certification. Certification is just a certificate. Hey, I'm official. You can still know this knowledge without needing to pass it. So I recommend with the ITF, don't actually take the certification. Don't take the test, study it. Study that knowledge, and then you're gonna get your first entry level certification. Start with the CompTIA A plus. Study the ITF. If you know nothing at all, you just want to get your feet a little wet, just stick your toe in the water. You just check if it's warm or cold. Stick your toe in the water. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. And just put a little toe, put a little toe, little pinky toe. All right. Start with the ITF. Do not take it. I recommend do not take. Don't waste your money on that because all these certifications cost money. Right? Uh, just study it. Then roll the knowledge over into the CompTIA A plus. Start with that. Then once you take the CompTIA A plus, take that, and then that will help you get your feet wet a little bit. But you don't have to start with the CompTIA A plus. It's not like, oh, I got to start here, here, here. Like, no, 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 no. You can go any order you want. So, like I said, I passed the 1001, never got the 1002, so it's invalid. I can never go back. I have to start all the way over again. If I really want the CompTIA A plus, I have to start over with the current version of it, right? And you got to pay. And when you these two separate tests, you got to pay for. So you got to pay separate. You got to pay like 200 some bucks for the first one, and you got to pay 200 some bucks for the second one. So these aren't cheap. But like I said, these are, I wouldn't say the most essential thing. What's more essential than a certification is experience. If you can get your foot in the door without a cert, even better. But at some point down the line, certifications, you're gonna have to be like, hey, so you want to move up? Do you got this, this, and that? Do you have this certification, this certification, this certification? You'd be like, no, no, no. I'm like, no, okay, we can't really. So it's possible to get in without certification. Technically, I did it without certification, but I still was using the clout, the fame of the CompTIA Plus to get seen and be visible. These certifications are meant to help you be seen and be visible to recruiters and to employers, right? It's a tactic, right? But remember, I never advocate for lying. Do not lie. If you're studying for it, put it on there. You're studying for actively sort. Do not be studying for this thing for like a year and you just never take it. Like, come on, be proactive now. No more than 6 months. So you shouldn't take you no more than 6 months to study for any of this, even if you got kids, this or that. It's just you make time for what's important to you. So if you really want to get into this tech stuff, make time for it. At least an hour a day. You even got to, it's 30 minutes, 30, 15 minutes. You just, every single day or every other day. If you do, let's say you got 30 minutes to really do something, just break that up into little segments of the day to where while I was at work studying for the CompTIA A plus, I was on my lunch break, listening to it, eating food. Every chance I got, just in little time, in the shower, in the speaker, listening to it, on the way to work, listening to it. Everywhere, every little chance I got, I'm listening. I'm studying, to these video courses, right? So, like I said, ITF will not get you a job, but it's great entry level. The cert I do have out all these certs is a Security Plus. If you get the Security Plus off rip, it don't matter. You can wash everything, all these other jobs out the water because that one holds the most weight. So there's A plus, decent amount. Never plus, okay, you're in the middle now, and then Security Plus, okay, yeah, you got the creme de la creme of entry level certifications. You got the creme de la creme, right? So I passed that first try. So I'm like I said, only half the people pass their first time around. So I'm an exception. I'm an exception. Like I said, if you fail this, don't be woe is me. I'm a victim. No, 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 no. Get back up, retake it again, and try, 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 try. But don't try again until you're ready. Take your time, see where you messed up at, and just get back up and redo it. Right. So these certifications are vital to help you transition into your roles, and as well as let's say even with this, even being the main thing with certifications is you can use it as a negotiation tactic. Hey, I have these certifications. These certifications hold this much weight. It proves I have the credentials for this. Give me more money. Give me more dinero. You know, pesos, whatever. So, um, yeah, that's essentially these are the golden tickets. These are Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Kind of golden tickets. So do your research. Like I said, just heed my advice. Always heed my advice. Always do your own research. If you trust me enough, lean on me. Hey, getting questions? Hey, go down the comment section. Leave me with your questions, and I got you. All right. So this wraps up another video today with Everyday Tech Villain. I'm out. Peace.